Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to put lyrics in for chapel services. Now, this isn't a very difficult process. It doesn't take too long, but it's manual. So it's different than when we're using ProPresenter, but you essentially want the look to be the same way. So I have Final Cut Pro open right now. This is what I'm using to edit. So when we start passing this off, and I'm going to try to pass this off this next week, essentially the Final Cut Pro library will live on an external hard drive that you'll plug into a computer, and you'll need to access that library. So that's what I'm going to show you here. Is I'm going to show you how to get access to that library. So we just go File, Open Library, and you can see here already that it's detected that Chapel Worship for the 5th is a library that I've created essentially. So if I wanted to go to other, now if you have this plugged into your computer, it might not recognize the library. If you have it plugged into one of the computers on campus, it might not recognize that. But if you click on Other, you're going to be able to select or locate. And if I go to Locate, I can go to my T7 drive here with the active projects. I have Chapel Week 6, Chapel Worship, and I can open that library here. So that's going to open the library. And you could see I have my different events here, and I have my projects and my clips right here, and my compound clips. So I've already finished editing almost everything this week. The only things that I have left to do is I have to add the Judson University bumper at the end, at the beginning and the end, and I have to put in the lyrics. So getting the lyrics is pretty easy. Brian Tripp sends me the lyrics every single week. All right, so what I'm going to do to get the lyrics in is I'm actually going to put them on my T7 drive just so I have them all the time. And the reason I'm going to do that is because if I ever open up the project again and those files aren't there and they're not part of the library, then that's not good. So I'll move them into Chapel Week 6 here because when I basically back up all the lyrics in the entire library, that Chapel Week 6 folder is what everything lives in. So I'm going to put it there. So I'm just going to move this stuff in there. So now we have Give Me Jesus, and we have Whom Shall I Fear. I'm going to go ahead and go up to the import button. I'm going to import both of those. So we'll click here, leave files in place, find from keywords from Finder tags from folders. Great, awesome, easy import. So I'll go ahead and import those. And then, so we have Give Me Jesus imported, and then we also have Whom Shall I Fear imported. So you can see what's really cool is under this event, what it's done is it's created keywords. So Give Me Jesus and Whom Shall I Fear are both here in the on the left hand side. I could go to like the library file and I could go and here's the exact same ones too, but that's just a little bit harder. So Give Me Jesus is right here, and Whom Shall I Fear is right here. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you guys how to get this going. So here's the intro. I usually just skip ahead to try to find the first words. So there's the first word for Whom Shall I Fear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to drop it into the timeline. And this is where it gets a little different and a little interesting. So you need to right click and you're going to show video animation, and it's going to open this section, and it's this compositing opacity right here that you're going to need to edit it. And so essentially what you do is right now the compositing opacity is at 100%. We need to open that up by clicking this caret. And essentially like you'd fade in audio or fade out audio, you're going to do the same thing with the lyrics. So that's how you create your fade. And so we'll watch that again. Let's see. Alright, so it's a little fast. It's not exactly where I want it, so I'm just going to edit the beginning. That's a little better. All right, I'll stop at that last word, and then I'll just trim the clip back, rewatch. Perfect, and then I'll add in my second slide. So what I'm going to do here is actually I'm going to trim it up first this time. So she starts about right there. Maybe move it back a little bit. And we'll trim it here. Okay, so Command C is pretty easy. Command is copy. But we don't want to copy just that slide. We want to copy the effects that go along with it. So Command C will copy not only slide, but also the effects. If you want to paste just the effects, Shift Command V. And you have a paste attributes page that comes up, and you can see that the compositing is going to paste. And I just hit paste, and then here's what we got. And so that's pretty much how you do it. And you can paste those. You can paste the composite. See, I accidentally pressed Command B there instead of Shift Command B, and it just pasted another. But you can go like that, and that's pretty much how you do the lyrics until you get to the end of the song. Sometimes I'll let lyrics hang a little bit longer. So you can see here I let it hang a little bit longer for creative, like when he came in. So it just hangs a little bit longer for effect. You can hear when the piano comes in. And then you'd bring up the lyrics. So it would be a little bit of a fast transition, but like creatively, I kind of do stuff like that. So that's how you add all your lyrics to Final Cut Pro.